Welcome back to my CCNA lab series. In this third video, we will dive into VLAN configuration using packet tracer. You will learn the need to create VLANs and understand its benefits. During hands-on lab, you will create VLANs, assign ports to VLANs, and verify connectivity. Make sure to follow along and don't forget to subscribe for more hands-on labs. Let's get started. Welcome to the lab 3 VLAN configuration. So this lab is going to be very informative and interesting. So stay till the end of the video. And the tasks that we will be doing in this video are as such. Task 1 would be the introduction to VLAN. In the task 2, we will see the default configuration of the switch and the default VLANs. In the task 3, we will create different VLANs and assign names to the VLANs. And in the task 4, we will assign different ports to the created VLANs. And we will also perform some tests such as pinging different devices from each other. So let's start with the task 1, that is VLAN. What is a VLAN and why we need a VLAN? So when we install a switch in a factory default setting and connect our devices to it through Cat6 or Cat7 cables, this is simply known as a LAN, local area network. But we need more than just plugging cables inside the switch. Sometimes we need to create different logical segregation among our devices. And when we create these logical distribution, these are known as virtual LANs, because now inside the same LAN we are creating logical areas. That why they are known as VLANs. Although overall this is a same one LAN, but inside this one LAN we are now creating multiple virtual LANs. And what is the need for the VLANs, or what are the benefits of the VLAN? So there are multiple benefits of VLAN. The number one is the security. So for example, this is our one department. Let's suppose this is the IT department. This is another department. This is, let's suppose, the HR department or the accounting department. And we want to limit access of traffic inside these geographical areas so that traffic of PC2 or PC1 is not visible to these IT guys and vice versa. So by creating VLANs and assigning these PCs to one VLAN and these laptop to another VLAN, we can create this segregation and limit the visibility of traffic between these VLANs. So in this way, it provides a limited security. The next benefit is the network efficiency. So when the switch is in the default configuration and when all the devices are connected to the same VLAN, the default VLAN, then the traffic of each device is visible to each other, such that when, let's suppose, laptop 1 want to ping the laptop 2, it does it through an ARP mechanism. Let's suppose laptop 1 knows the IP address of laptop 2, but it does not know the MAC address of laptop 2. So it sends an ARP request through the switch, and the switch then sends the ARP request to all its ports. Although laptop is only communicating with laptop 2, but all the devices that are connected to this switch are receiving the ARP request. And in this way, a broadcast congestion is created. But when we create VLANs and the laptop 1 and laptop 2 are one VLAN and these devices are another VLAN, then the broadcast is limited to only this VLAN. These PCs do not see the ARP request of laptop 1 anymore. So in this way, network traffic efficiency is improved because unnecessary broadcast traffic is not sent to unintended devices. We can also say that by creating VLANs, we are creating multiple broadcast domains. So now we have two broadcast domain, 1 and 2. And the next benefit of VLAN is the ease of management. So of course, when we assign VLAN to different devices, let's suppose this is IT department. Now we can easily manage these devices. We can assign different policies to these devices based on the VLAN. And if we want to, let's suppose, share a printer among these guys, we can also do this through these VLAN setting and configuration. So that's the benefit, and that is the task one. The next task is now to show the default switch configuration. That what is when we just take the switch out of the box and see it, what is the default configuration of the VLAN. So let me just show it to you. We'll go to the CLI, we'll go to the privilege executive mode, and we will show VLAN brief. So this command will show us the default VLAN. So as we can see, we have these default VLAN 1, and we have all the ports of the switch in this default VLAN, that is VLAN 1. So these 1002, 1003, these are legacy VLAN, for example, token ring and fiber token ring, etc. These are no longer used, but they are available inside the switch. We are dealing basically with this Ethernet VLAN 1. So by default, all the ports of the switch are in the same VLAN, that is VLAN 1. And now let's do a test. We will ping PC1 from PC2 and also ping same PC1 from laptop 1. So these are the IP addresses that I have already assigned to these devices. It is basically the same network. So let me ping PC1 from PC2. So the PC1 IP there is a typo. Sorry, let me correct this. This is PC2. Now we are good to go. So the PC1 IP is, I will ping PC1 ping n.1.1.1. Ensure it is pinging. Now let me ping. Let's suppose I want to ping laptop 1 from PC2, and laptop 1 IP is n.1.1.3. It is also pingable, and dot 4 is also pingable. So I hope you get the idea. Since all these devices are in the same VLAN, that is VLAN 1, and they are also in the same subnet or same network, so they are able to ping each other. So now let's go to the task number 3. We will now create two VLANs. This VLAN yellow and VLAN green. We will name this as the HR and this one as the IT, because IT guys have the laptop, they move around. So now let's create the VLANs. Again, we will go to the switch. And as we saw, currently we have only one VLAN, that is default VLAN 1. Ignore this because these are legacy VLANs and they are no longer used. So to create VLAN, we will go to the global configuration mode, and creating VLAN is simple. You will just write VLAN and then the VLAN ID. So first we will create VLAN 100, and we will name this VLAN as HR. This is the yellow one is the HR VLAN. So this has been created. Now we will create another VLAN, VLAN 200 as shown here, and we will name this one as the IT. So now let me show the VLANs again using the show VLAN brief command. So it is showing error because this command can be executed in the privilege executive mode. So show VLAN brief, and sure enough now we have the default VLAN 1, VLAN 100 and VLAN 200, and they are named as HR and IT. But again we have all the interfaces in this default VLAN. So now we will go to the task 4 and we will assign interfaces to these newly created VLANs. So the task 4 is that we will assign fast Ethernet 01 and 02 to VLAN 100. So this is 01 and 02 of the switch. We will assign these interfaces to VLAN 100, which is this yellow HR VLAN. So again, we will go to the global configuration mode, and to assign an interface to VLAN, what we will do, we will go inside the interface fast Ethernet, and the first one is the 0/1, and there are two commands to assign an interface to VLAN. First we will change the mode of the interface to access switch port mode access, and the second command is switch port access VLAN 100. So that's it. Now the 01 interface is in the VLAN 100. We will do the same for the, so using the up arrow key you can recall the previous commands. So I'm doing the same. I will now go to interface 02 and enter switch port mode access, and switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 100. Remember, we named the VLAN. Here you can give description to the interfaces. Let's suppose this 02 is connected to which device? PC1. So you can say that this is connected to PC1, and you can also say that this is John PC. So you can give description to this interface as well. So now we will assign interfaces 03 and 04 to VLAN 100. So we will go to interface 03, again switch port mode access, switch port access and VLAN 200, and I will do the same for the interface 04, switch port mode access, switch port access and VLAN 200. Now let me show the VLAN brief command again, and sure enough now we can see that we have two interfaces, fast Ethernet 01 and 02 inside VLAN 100, and two interfaces fast Ethernet 03 and 04 inside VLAN 200 named as IT. So now again we will do the ping test. So as I said in the task 1 that let me save the configuration first. We are done. Now since we created the VLANs, Now let me ping again. This time I will go to desktop and let me first ping the PC2 IP from PC1 and dot 1.1.2. Sure enough, it is pinging because they are in the same VLAN. Now I will ping laptop 1 IP, which is 3, and well enough, sure enough, it is not pinging because these devices are now in a different VLAN. Although they are in the same subnet, still the PC1 is not able to ping it because now we have segregated them. So that is the magic of the VLAN. If I want try to ping the laptop 2, I will again won't be able to ping it because now these devices are in different VLANs. So what if now I want to ping these devices among each other? Then I will have to do inter VLAN routing. And that is the topic of our next lab. So stay tuned for the next app. Subscribe, like, and share the video. Thank you and see you in the next lab.